Well, Barbara's doing it. I think he's having a joke moment. The small end of the funnel, that's a good one. Me neither, but it works. You're at the small end of the funnel. That's hilarious.
Right, the heat's on. The heat is on. Yeah, very good. The heat is on. Whoa, oh,
Yeah, I put it on the table. Just one more minute. Well, we have a minion. All right. Well, shall we start with a little Hevenu Shalom Aleichem? Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom. Hevenu Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Beautiful. Please, Barbara. Everybody, please turn to page 120. Mm-hmm.
You got your page?
I think so.
Good.
Page 121.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. I don't think I need that. thing. Can everybody hear me?
Yes. No, I don't know. Can you?
Oh,
I love this one.
oops. Oh, is this?
It's London with all his family.
Oh, you're stepping on the floor. There.
Oh,
There.
okay. Part 2.
Okay, wait. All sliding. It's sliding closer and closer. It's gonna fall. That's.
Right.
Yeah, basically, that's good.
Well, at least it's not fire
You
candles.
got that one right.
Okay. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Page 120. You gonna do the prayer?
Pardon?
Prayer.
Do you want to sing it or do you want to speak it?
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can also-
Okay.
Let's all sing it together. Do you mind, Barbara?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, everyone together.
Page 120.
Yeah. Oh,
Ata
Adonai, Elohim, Melech, Haolam, Asher Yishanu B'mizvotav, V'tzivanu Lehadlikneh, Lehadlikneh Shel Shabbat. Okay, thank you. We turn now to page 138 for Lecha Dodi. Can we do the one da 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 da? Do you know that one? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, ene Shabbat, nekabla, nekabla. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, ene Shabbat, nekabla, nekabla. וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat, nekabla, nekabla. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat, nekabla, nekabla. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה, נקבלה. Okay, beautiful. Robin is in good form tonight. She always is, but tonight especially. But anyway, especially our newcomers, you should only know that on page 142 is Shalom Aleichem, but we have a supplemental page that has the 2 paragraphs in English on it. And you might have it in your pew right in front of you. It might be like right there, or it might be stuck in the book. Yeah, maybe you could help them get it. I don't know. Is it? You can hear fine. Okay, very good, very good. It's Brooke, isn't it? Brooke, yes. And your older son? Hey, Elliot, welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. On page 142, we have Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to you, peace be unto you, O ministering angels, messengers of the Most High. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, B'melech, Malachei Hamlachim Akadosh Baruch Hu. Odem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, B'melech, Malachei Hamlachim Akadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, B'melech, Malachei Hamlachim Akadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, B'melech, Malachei Hamlachim Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, and to all our friends as well. Welcome, angels on high. Come and join us at our Shabbat table. Share our cup of joy. Come join our singing. Let your spirit soar with us. Together we will rise tonight. When we gather, fellowship and joy abound. Love and peace are filling our hearts. And we invite our president, Ira Goldstein, to the Thema to regale us with announcements.
And yes, we just got here in time for the announcements. Isn't that great? Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
And welcome to the very first Shabbat service of 2026 of Temple Beth Emet of Burbank. I would say make sure you don't write 2025 on your checks, but who writes checks anymore, right? Services are led by Rabbi Janet Bieber, accompanied by our music director, Robin Kreisberg. Tonight's Onik Shabbat, we celebrate the birthday of our beloved Rabbi Janet.
Oh, c'est moi.
And it will feature a gluten-free cake created by Paul Hartel.
Oh, how exciting, Paul. Thank you.
Better
Wow.
known as Paul of Paul and Tracy, or Tracy and Paul, whatever you like. right? And Henry, did Henry help? No,
No,
that might be a good thing. Dogs don't read recipes very well. There
no.
will be a temple board meeting this Tuesday at 7 p.m. And remember, you can sponsor an Oneg Shabbat or bagel brunch to honor a special occasion or person. And remember to designate Temple Beth Emet of Burbank with your Ralph's community card. We'll get a small donation every time you shop. And I almost forgot, if it doesn't stop raining, next Wednesday, we're gonna start building the ark. So all come on down here. We'll start about 6 p.m. Did I forget anything?
We bring our own tools?
Bring your own tools, bring your own lumber. You gotta bring your animals. We need 2 of each kind of animal, so if we got them hanging around.
I got the giraffes.
There we go.
And we have to sing the song, oh, right, it's
Shine and sing
Give
out
out your glory, glory.
We only get to do that when we read Noah,
Well, this is true, so I guess it's not really.
so we'll do it twice, we do it this time. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos. Oh,
Oh, yes, I completely forgot about that, but tomorrow night on KUOC.
Well, I think it, I think it, I think.
Vicky. Thank you.
Who were in our book club, remember, book Evelyn
Play.
play, was really terrific, well, yeah.
Oh.
I think I am going. Yes, please, because I'm not supposed to get that one.
Was it this one? This is just for, just conceivably for this study, and the other is a local person, and we can get together and, private. And it wants to this,
The author? Mike, the author.
oh,
David?
like,
Michael Sagan.
Really a good book, but they're going to be,
radio station KUSC 91.5 at what time again? Opera. Oh, it's an opera. Right, so it's in the morning, you're saying. Yeah, there's always at 10 o'clock. Or is it 9? 10 o'clock, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Oh. Yes. Yes.
and you won't even have to dress up, right? And if you enjoy it, you can read the book afterwards. It really is worth it. And he wrote
Okay.
with some other- Yes,
big old, breakfast at the end of January,
very good.
which was, yeah,
Yeah.
she did November.
Okay,
We got a sponsor already.
yay, Bunny.
Tracy's gonna take it.
She's starting a bagel bakery right now. Okay,
Good job, everyone.
good Shabbos. So, time to rise for the Baruch Hu. Thank you, May. Page 146. The Baruch Hu is the call to prayer. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Barehu et Adonai Hamevorach Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. And we turn to page 152, where we have the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. And as May is closing the ark, we sit down so we can recite the Ve'ahavta on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. On page 157, we have an English paragraph in the middle of the page. Okay, let's all read it together. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. That would be great, wouldn't it? Okay. There is something very healing about the ocean. I always love to go in the beginning of the year. It was pretty rainy on my birthday this year. I always like to go on January 1st, but we'll go. But you go like out on Santa Monica Pier, you know, you go to the end of the pier and it's like you're on the ocean and you can smell the freshness and you see the ocean, the vastness of the water. It seems to go on forever. And there's something very healing about it and about the movement of the water and the depth of it and the vastness of it. I don't know. I like it very much. So on page 158, we have Mi Chamocha, who is like you, O Lord our God, among the many gods. That's what it says. Yeah, that's right. So we have our yaibais to start with.
I'm ready and.
Yai bye bim bim bam ya bye bim bam. Yai bye bim bim bam ya bye bim bam. Yai bye bim bim bam ya bye bim bam. Yai bye bim bim. Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh, nora teilo to sefele, nora teilo to sefele. Yai bye bim bim bam, ya bye bim bam. Yai bye bim bam, ya bye bim bam. Yai bye bim bam, ya bye bim bam. Yai bim bam, ya bye bim bam. Malechutecha rau vanecha, bokeh yam lifnei Moshe Miriam. Zeli anu ve'amru Adonai leolam va'ed. Yai bye bim bam, ya bye bim bam. 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 ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל אמן. On page 160. Is there anyone who would like to come up and lead us in an English paragraph? If not, I'll just, okay, Joanne. We welcome Joanne back after her cold, and she's, thank God, back with us. We missed you very much. On page 160, she is, what's happening? Oh, I see you're going this way. She's snaking. She's bobbing. She's weaving. Ah, yes, that's true, but not the bobber. Yes.
Okay. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. Um, Robin knows, Ufros Aleinu?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, well, the third line in both the Hebrew and English on page 160 is 4 words. Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shelomecha, and it's in transliteration as well. Spread over us a sukkah of peace. Uferos Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Uferos Aleinu Sukat Lomecha. Lai lai la lai. La lai la lai. Ya lai la lai la 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 la. Lai la lai la lai. La lai la lai. La lai la lai la 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 lai. La lai la lai. La lai la lai. La lai la lai la 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 lai. Lai. La lai la lai. La lai la lai. La lai la lai la 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 lai. And we have the Shamru on page 162. It's telling us that we, the people of Israel, will keep the Sabbath, and we must observe the Sabbath throughout the ages according to the eternal covenant. And don't forget the very last word, vayinafash, which means, and we will renew our souls. Nefesh is a beautiful word that it means also breath, and it also means soul. So vayinafash, to refresh our soul. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat v'azot et hashabat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם. עוד היא לעולם. עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. שבת וינפש. שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. And we've come to that moment where we ask who would like to share briefly an interesting moment from the week past. Of course, we've all had quite a week with the rain and the new year and all of the, special things that have happened. Is anybody interested? Yes, Ira?
Just hope everybody knows. Wait a minute. It's for the important, you want volunteers, you go slow, one of the team award is the.
The one from Burbank?
By the train station. That's where they go. Oh, yeah. Not where they.
Oh, olive and what? Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vicky knows someone who worked on it too.
And if you happen to notice the dog that is firing.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yes, Mark.
I'm hoping engaged them. Take people and then go.
Oh,
They text you and they give you the license plate number.
oh,
So that you know out of many cars, if that's the case, which one is yours and going. And I'm trying to remember the first three letters that they give me, just out of that, I'll recognize it right away. But I'm using a mnemonic technique, which also helps cognitive impairment, and that is to assign a word to each letter.
right.
I'm not gonna say what I use, but each time I get one, I use my imagination and manage to come up with something, however unrelated or far-fetched. But it's surprising how interesting things can come up with inspiration.
Mm.
And this sticks with me and was a channel to, for alcohol, reminds me to be in a channel.
Okay. Okay.
And I want you to know that, when somebody told me that all the seniors are worried about cognitive decline, I said, I think I sat in faculty supervised study hall with a cognitive decline. In those days, we called it Connie. Her name was Connie.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
We were at the sponsor parties on New Year's Eve when it was raining, it was crazy, and we probably wanted, what would you say, 30 people? Brave the rain, but we all got umbrellas and boots and bundled up, and it was just a lot of fun and, magical. What did you restaurant? No.
We have in the past, though. It's very good. Yeah.
Because there was nobody buying the refreshments, so like our granddaughter Zelda was so excited. You're getting away free cupcakes, and her face was like full of. It's like licking all the chocolate off. Oh my.
Well, free cupcakes are pretty rare, I would say.
They taste so much.
They do, they do. Okay. Well, are we ready for a word of Torah now? All right. Well, our Torah portion tonight is the very last Torah portion of the book of Bereshit, which is Genesis, of course, the very first book of the Bible. You remember when we began it on Rosh Hashanah, and now we're at the very end of that book. And Vayechi means, and he lived. Stop talking about Joseph because it's at the end of Joseph's life. But before we get to that, you know, different cultures tell different stories about the same events. I think you know what I'm talking about. The great novelists, for instance, of the 19th century, and for Joanne, that means the 1800s. Of course, you know that. You've always corrected me. That's why whenever I say the whatever, so that's why it's a running joke. Okay, keep attention there. Okay, so anyway, in the 1800s, they wrote fiction that at its core was ethical. For instance, Jane Austen and George Eliot. I'm not saying your name, Eliot. But George Eliot was a woman, actually. That was her pen name. Her real name was Mary Ann Evans. You don't have to remember that. They explored the connection between character and happiness. And there is a real continuity that points of view between their points of view and our book of Ruth. Okay. Dickens, however, is more in the tradition of the prophets. And he wrote about society and its institutions and the way they can at times dishonor human dignity and justice. By contrast, the fascination with stories like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings is the two-sided quality of the stories between good and bad, right? The cosmos is a battlefield between the forces of good and evil. This is far closer to the apocalyptic literature of the Qumran sect and the Dead Sea Scrolls than anything in the Hebrew Bible, which is Tanakh. Tanakh is an acronym. You know, it has 3 words inside of it. Torah, Nevi'im, which is prophets, and Ketuvim, which is writings. So Tanakh. In these ancient, modern conflictive narratives, the struggle is out there rather than in here, in the cosmos rather than within the human soul. This is closer to myth than it is to monotheism. There is, however, a form of story that is actually very rare. Tanakh is the most foremost example. It is the story without an ending that looks forward to an open future rather than reaching closure. It doesn't follow the usual story convention. Normally, we expect a story to create a tension that is resolved at the end. That is what gives art the sense of completion. We don't expect a sculpture to be incomplete or a poem to break off halfway or a novel to be stopping in the middle. No. Yet, that is what the Bible repeatedly does. Consider the Chumash. That's the 5 books of Moses. The Jewish story begins with a repeated promise to Abraham that he will inherit the land of Canaan. Yet by the time we reach the end of Deuteronomy, the Israelites have still not crossed the Jordan. The Chumash ends with the poignant scene of Moses on Mount Nebo, that means Lookout Mountain, in present-day Jordan, seeing the land of Canaan from afar. Prophets, which in Hebrew, Nevi'im, the second part of the Bible, ends with the prophet Malachi, who is foreseeing the distant future, understood by tradition to mean the Messianic age. This is his words. These are his words. See, I will send you the prophet Elijah before the coming of the great and awesome day of God. He will turn the hearts of the parents to their children and the hearts of the children to their parents. Of all the things you could say, that's an interesting choice. Nevi'im, that's the prophets, concludes neither in the present or the past, but by looking forward to a time that has not yet arrived. Ketuvim, the writings, the third and final section, of the Bible, ends with King Cyrus of Persia granting permission to the Jewish exiles in Babylon to return to their land and rebuild the temple. Isn't that actually kind of like our own ongoing lives? We don't know the endings of our stories as we go through the days of our lives. We must carry on being satisfied with the wins and losses we experience and hold that tension until often in hindsight, we realize what the actual conclusion of the story or action that we have taken is. Think about that. None of these is an actual ending. Each leaves us with a sense of a promise that hasn't been fulfilled, a future seen from afar but not yet achieved. The model on that all others are based on is the ending of Bereshit in this week's portion. Remember that story of our people of the covenant begins with God's call to Abraham. Lech lecha me'artzecha, to leave your land, your birthplace, and your father's house, and travel, quote, to a land that I will show you. This is God talking to Abraham. He arrives there, and almost immediately, he and his family are forced by famine to go to Egypt, where there is food. That is the fate repeated by Jacob and his children. Genesis ends not with life in Israel, but with death in Egypt. And here's the quote. Then Joseph said to his brothers, I am about to die, but God will surely come to your aid and take you up out of this land to the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then Joseph made the sons of Israel swear an oath and said, God will surely come to your aid. Then you must carry my bones from this place. Joseph died at the age of 110, and after they embalmed him, he was placed in a coffin in Egypt. Again, a hope not yet realized, a journey not yet ended, a destination just beyond the horizon. Is there some connection between this narrative form and the theme that ends the Joseph story, namely forgiveness? Do you know the writer Hannah Arendt? It is to Hannah Arendt in her book, The Human Condition, that we owe a profound insight into the connection between forgiveness and time. Human action, she argues, is potentially tragic. We can never foresee the consequences of our acts, but once done, they cannot be undone. We know that a person who acts never quite knows what they are doing, that they become perhaps guilty of consequences that were never intended or even foreseen. No matter how disastrous the consequences of the deed, it can never be undone. What transforms the human situation from tragedy To hope, Hannah Arendt argues, is the possibility of forgiveness. And this is a quote from her book. Without being forgiven, released from the consequences of what we have done, our capacity to act would, as it were, be confined to one single deed from which we could never recover. Atonement and forgiveness are the highest expressions of human freedom, the freedom to act differently in the future than you did in the past. And the freedom not only to be trapped in a cycle of vengeance and retaliation. Only those who can forgive are truly free. Only a civilization based on forgiveness can construct a future that is not an endless repetition of the past. That's why Judaism is the only civilization whose golden age is in the future. Many ancient cultures believed in cyclical time. That means it all comes back to the beginning. The Greeks developed a sense of tragic time, where the ship of dreams is destined to founder on hard rocks of reality. Europe of the Enlightenment, we call it Haskalah, introduced the idea of linear time with its close relative progress. However, Judaism believes in covenantal time. Remember, we talked about it tonight, that we observe the Sabbath according to the eternal covenant. We know is going to happen every single Shabbat. Tragedy gives rise to pessimism. Cyclical time leads to acceptance. Linear time brings optimism. Covenantal time, that is our contribution and gives birth to hope. These are not just different emotions, they are radically different ways of relating to life and the universe. They are expressed in different kinds of stories that people tell. And Jewish time always faces an open future. The last chapter is not yet written. The Messiah has not yet come. Until then, the story continues, and we, together with God, are the co-authors of what comes next. Amen. What'd you say?
No pressure there.
Well, it just takes an abiding faith, an ongoing attention to what is the next step in your life, in your thoughts, in your actions. And that is what we're all enjoying to do, and that isn't pressure. It's just how we direct our steps. Okay. So we now continue with our healing prayers, which is the Mishaberach on page 371. Okay. We're ready for you, May. Oh. Okay, Ira's doing it. Okay. So the Mishaberach is on page 371, and we rise. Yes. Yes, and if you have a name of someone who needs healing today, please, we'll go around and everybody will have a chance to say those names. Marlene Dreyfus. Oh, okay. Eileen Martin, who's still recovering from her hip replacement. Yes. Well, that's going to take some time, I'm afraid. Okay. Yes. Okay. There's a lot of people. Everybody's going to get a chance. Okay. Tracy. Arlene and Mike Rossage. Yes, Paul.
Wow.
Okay. Val. Yes. Diane. Liz Esperno. Barbara, I don't know her last name. Okay. Yes, Mark. Derek and Eileen Power, Batsheva, Bat Moshe, Ruchalea, Shlomo Simcha, Ben Batsheva, Chayimabo, and Mendel Folix, Ben Chayimabo, Batsheva. Yes, Robin.
Ruth Tanner.
Ruth Tanner, still,
She's still, she's in the rehab facility.
okay.
And Manhammer and Frank did me.
Okay, Mannheimer and Frank Dent. Okay, very good. We are on, yes? Oh, Barbara. George Mulligan. Okay. Everybody has said? Good. We're on page 371, Misha Berach. Of course, we include all the people and the entire planet who need God's healing today. Misha Berach. Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Misheber imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We come to page 586, where we have the Aleinu on the second paragraph. The Aleinu is saying that a lot of things are on us. Aleinu, on us. We proclaim the greatness of the Creator who has set us apart from the other families of the earth because we got a destiny that's unique among the nations. We are destined to bring the Torah and therefore the beautiful lessons of the Torah to the people of the world. It's not always well received, so it's not always easy, but that's our destiny. Aleinu? Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 588. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומשה יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבותה אל לבבך. כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינו. page 591. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. And we call to mind at this time those we remember tonight on the anniversary of their passing, as well as those we have lost in recent months. The yard sites are William Nathans and Joan Kramer. Then we have Rosalie Hutter, Alfred Hutter, Seiko Mitchell, Gerald Rosenfeld, Heather Donahue, Ron Shankman, Ron Caden, Ronald Ross, Raymond Dreyfus, Elsie Noodleman, Jacqueline Estero, Matthew Sapper, Andre Lett, Father Charles Mitchell, Bunny Englander, Honey Sampson, Karen Sund, Sarah Hanley, Shauna Schwartzman, Wendy Weinstein, Eleonora Groisman, Milton Estero, Terry Lambert, and John Elsky. The Kaddish is found on page 598. What?
Additional,
Yeah.
Roberta Lindman and Bob Ryan.
Oh, yeah. And his wife too, Michelle Reiner. May they rest in peace, as their names are all ready for a blessing. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hiroteh v'yamlich malachuteh, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulalmei almaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה משמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו. הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו Amen. And I'd like to ask God's blessing on you. You want to close there? No problem. May God bless you and keep you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. And may you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. Yisa Adonai panav elecha, ve'asem lecha shalom. Oh, say shalom. Ve'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'yimru amen. Yaseh shalom יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועמו ישראל. יעשה שלום, 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 יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. Shabbat Shalom.
And Chazak.
Oh, we forgot to say Chazak, Chazak, Venit Chazek. Thank you, Robin, for reminding me. The reason why you say it is when you come to the end of a book in the Torah, you say from strength to strength and ever we will be stronger. Chazak, Chazak, Venit Chazek.